Hey everyone, Bobberbob here, and it is Lego time. Don't know about you, but I've got a few models kicking around in the cabinet and around the house. And this was bought for me the other day. Just a quick little one. This was bought by my son for me. And it's the 3-in-1. I actually like this one here, this sort of bobber style, funnily enough. So I thought we'd quickly make it. And I'll put it into the little bob cabinet with all the others. So just a quick little set of plans. It's real quick, this one. Well, there's 3 little booklets. So we've got one for like a street bike style. It's like an unboxing, isn't it? We've got one for like a little drag car style. It's like a dragster, yep. I don't want those. I want this one. So this is the little bobber style, which is pretty cool. So this shouldn't take long at all. I mean, it's so few parts that not even the bags are labelled 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6. I've got the Ducati Lego sports bike. I've got the Land Rover, which is the 2-door Defender, which I made in a mirror so that I would end up having it as a right-hand drive Land Rover, which is the correct way to have a Land Rover, in my opinion. And what else have I got? I've got the Mustang car, and I've got the Porsche 911. Oh, and I've got the farm truck. I got the farm truck not so long ago. That's a Creator Series one. I don't have Dominic Toretto's Charger. Not really into movie style stuff. Or the Volkswagen bus or things like that. I like some of the models that are a bit more like an actual sort of vehicle, I suppose. But there are some other ones that I wouldn't mind. But I have to say that Lego is not the cheapest item that you can obtain on the market. It's pretty expensive. And I like motorbikes, and so I actually want to have money for stuff like petrol. I want to be able to afford gasoline while I'm still allowed to buy it from the government. Right, 2 of those. You might notice on my videos that I generally narrate my way through my life. Some of you might be like that. Right, we're going to turn this around and put the little, hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Put that one on there. Good. So far, so good. Oh, look at this. You can almost ride it. Yes, I actually built the Land Rover completely as per the plans, and then thought, oh, I wonder if I can just do like a conversion on it and make it right-hand drive with a few minor adjustments. But that wasn't the case, because it wasn't just a question of a symmetrical looking model with just the steering that could be changed. Like, the whole car was quite handed, and so I decided to take the whole thing to pieces. There we go. So far, so good. And just reconstruct it, but using the plans were facing into a mirror, a bit like this, and I did have to sort of read it a bit carefully, but I thought it came out really well. So I've only got 2 parts to look at, and it's still hard. Right, there we go. There is, what's the new one that's come out? There's a big BMW race bike. I'm not sort of into that style, I suppose, but it's hundreds of dollars. which is not very, I mean, it's nice, but I don't know. I sort of try and stay in with things that I feel I need in life. He says, as he has a Harley and a Triumph. Now I'm thinking, right, I want this little piece here. There we go, this one here. I think you're probably following along. I don't know if you can see the plans. There we go, see the plans. And you're probably thinking, there's the piece, there's the piece. I'm trying to make it sort of viewer friendly. And that goes on there, like that. Yep. And 2 of these. Oh no, is that right? Oh yes. Yes. Yes, I'm a bit of a narrator, but that's okay. It sort of helps me process, I think. I'll just pop that there for a second. Anyway, just keep it in the way that you can see it. Yeah, I think it helps me process life that goes on around me. At work, I generally sit with headphones. That's like a computer desk job for a lot of the time. But oh, that's the gas cap. Yes. I usually chat away to myself and have my work colleagues. I normally declare to them, I just want to let you know, I will be chatting to myself today. That goes over the, I think that must be for the forks. That's my pick. Oh, it doesn't move though. Anyway, I'm trying to guess what's going on with the bike. I think it must be the forks. What do you think? So yeah, I usually sort of chat away to myself. They reckon it's the, what do they reckon? It's the first sign of madness or something, isn't it? If I put that one on there. And I'm looking for the second one. There it is. So what's coming up soon? Well, we've got the tyres to do, which if you're watching this is I'm talking about the motorbikes in the garage. If you're watching this in 2024, that's not going to be the case. But things that are going on at the moment, I suppose I need to be a little careful about what I'm saying to make it contextually safe to watch this. But yeah, we've got a few things on with the bikes, tyres to change, and a trip coming up later in the year, which should be great. I'll put that on one square too far. So Junior, my son that you see in some of the videos, and I are going away later in the year on a Harley rally, which is exciting for him because it'll be the first one that he's been on as a riding participant. He's been in and around lots of Harley activity over the years that I've had when I used to be part of a, I'm still part of HOG, but when I used to be part of a local chaptered HOG group. And I used to be on the committee and all those things. I used to, do all my service to the biker community. And he's always wanted to, participate in a thunder ride or a big group ride, and which is pretty cool. So we're going to get to do that later in the year. I will be making videos about that. Hopefully my video making skills will continue to improve. All right, let's see what we've got. It's looking a bit like it. Small one. It's not too far and we'll be done, he says. One of those. It looks a bit like a Star Wars model at the moment. Oh, just one each side. Okay. Number 23. Where does that go? There. Yes, very good. And then can't see for looking half the time. Oh, that's a white one, that's why. Put that one in there. Let's see. I've got big hands and big feet, and while it's good for discounted boots and gloves, it makes things a bit tricky, to be completely honest. But when it comes to the finer, more motory skills required, that's all right. Not complaining. Gosh. Is it that one? Oh, that's a foot peg, I think. Is it? Maybe not. Maybe that's a side stand. Oh, this one here. I always think it's amazing how, I suppose they call them Lego masters, don't they? Because we see these things on TV nowadays. How clever people are in designing and making these things. But then I'm fairly easily impressed with feats of engineering and design and manufacture. This one here. Well, I do hope this is riveting viewing. I did that wrong, so we're going to do this, but we don't have the underneath one on this side, it doesn't seem like. There we go. Oh, right, we're going to put that aside for a minute, just make sure you can see it. Going to do some wheel construction by the look of it, so we want to get the pulley. Oh, if it's a pulley bike, it's just like a Harley Davidson. Or even a Triumph. Well, I've done that completely wrong because I'm looking at two things at once. That one, then that one, then the wheel. And then another pulley. Maybe it's trying to imitate a brake and a sprocket. And here we go. That looks completely wrong, doesn't it? But I see. I thought it looked a bit odd for a minute. Okay. So we want one of these. Oh. Was that the pipes? Might be. Might be the exhaust pipes. Maybe this is this, you know, relaxing. I like to watch relaxing videos of people cleaning cars or putting Lego together type of video for you. So I should say some wise things, perhaps. I don't know that I've got much to say that's very wise, but that's okay. Oh, these are the handlebars. What do we want? When do we want it? Right. Okay. That looks a bit free floating for my liking at the moment, but I'm sure there's a little solution coming up around the, there it is, you see. The forks go up through the hole to lock that into place. I was wondering about that. Oh. So as for bike stuff for me, I have the 07 Ultra, which has got about 60,000 kilometers on it, and I just got it at the end of last year. In keeping with the budget, so I mean, you know, it's just all about what you can afford, which is great. I wouldn't mind updating it to a Rushmore series ultra classic for me and my wife to enjoy, or me to tour, I suppose, as well as her. But if I go away with the boys, because my other son rides, you've seen the videos about that with our trip down to the Burtman Road Classic in February this year. All the videos are online on my channel, which is where you are right now. I rode a 14 way back in 14 when they were new, the Rushmore series, when there was a demo day, and just loved the bike. In comparison to any other Ultra that's before it, I don't know what the Milwaukee 8 series is like, although essentially the frame and the fairing setup is the same. It was just so good in the wind and comfortable, and that is just something that I would really like to step to next. I've only ever had, I've had, poor me, I've had some Ultras already. I've had 2 other Ultras that have been in the 9 and 2 9s, or maybe a 9 and a 10, which is like Junior's bike. So it's the pre-14s. And I'm jumping the gun a little bit, I think. But they are just supremely comfortable and very good in the wind, actually. So that's what I like about them. I think I may have jumped the gun slightly. Maybe I haven't. Oh no, we're going to go to the next phase if I turn the page. Right. Yes, I've definitely missed something out. So maybe I missed that. Oh, look. I must have missed a page. I did. I missed a page. Right. Whoopsie. So I'll pop that off. Oh, real time, real drama here at Lego Central. Oh, my goodness. Right, so that's where we're up to. Right, we're going to put the light together. So yes, a 14 would be really good, or 14 and onwards, 14, 16. There's a few different models. And then, of course, in 17, I want to say, or was it 18, 17, they went to Milwaukee 8. That would be really good. I like the way that the luggage opens differently. Now I'm trying to think and speak at the same time, which is difficult at the best of times. Don't say anything. There we go. Yes, I'd like to get... I'd love a CVO bike. Now, I mean, we're sort of now talking, we're talking more money, aren't we? But you can pick up a CVO Ultra that's from sort of 14, 16 in the twin cam era engine for sort of, way less money than you can buy a new Ultra for. So mid 20s to like 30,000. And that's in our Kiwi currency, of course. Do the math online, have a little look at a converter. But when they were like 60 new, that's like half price over not too many years, sort of 6 or 8 years. That's not too terrible. And you've got a good bike with all the bits that you'd probably want to do to it, done to it. Oh, look at that. There we are. Lovely. Now let's turn one page at a time. Turn it over. We want to put one of these in here. I think I can see where this is going to go. Oh, come on. There we go. And then I'll probably have some parts left over because it's going to be something that's going to... Parts will be for the other bikes. Although I think there must be a seat. Is there a seat going to be there? Oh, yes, there is a seat coming. See, and an exhaust pipe. I'm jumping ahead. So we want to put this one on here, this one on here, and then a red one. And then one of these. Yes. And two of these little end caps. And then a reverse megaphony thingy on there. Righty. See, I'd like to think that this was just a quick video, but it's 20 minutes long. One of these. Good job I'm not just doing this to camera with my Land Rover. The old disco. There we go. It's pretty cool, I have to say. I like it. And then that goes in the second two at once. Oh, look at that pipe. I'd really like to have a Springer bobber. You know, I've had some cheap. I made that bobber. There's a video of me sort of that with the bobber I made. Bobber's original sort of bobber, it's called. And that was a Suzuki GS450. I would love a Springer Softail bobber. I used to have a Springer Softail, Harley Davidson FX STS Springer Softail, and I sold that to actually get a bigger bike, an Ultra, for the first time. Well, golly, 2010. So even that's 13 years ago. Goodness me, where does the time go? But the Springers are usually expensive. Excuse my long pauses, it's just me thinking. Anything Springer is usually expensive, and anything that you are going to potentially take a grinder to bob it or make it slightly more modern or whatever you want to do is going to also cost you a lot. So it's not that I don't know that it'll cost, I do, but it's sort of like, well, have you got that sort of extra income lying around? Oh, and then it has the stars to show you. Ta-da! Does it look pretty good? I'm trying to look at it in the camera. Here we go. The same way. I think we've done okay. And as usual, there's a few bits left over. That's for when you want to build something else. So there it is, the little bobber bike. It sort of reminds me of that one out of Indiana Jones a few years ago when they used a Heritage Springer as an old bike and actually bolted onto the side of that a Kickstarter that was completely bolted in the wrong place where it would never kick anything, but that's just the things you notice. So there you go, Bobberbob's Lego channel.